Oh.
Do you want to do the welcome?
Who wants to do the welcome?
I can do the welcome. We could go, hello, 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 hello. Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to River City Knits.
It's going to be in the bloops.
The bloops. So, yeah, welcome to River City Knits. I'm Elisa.
I'm Enid.
I'm Amanda.
And we are here on a Saturday afternoon, kind of cloudy, very humid. But we've all got our starting points. I'm the one most excited because I've just got my
I'm going to wear it for a minute and then I'm going to start sweating.
Right?
I know, it is a little warm. I may take mine off.
But we are starting to see some sweater weather.
Sweater weather?
It's coming, y'all.
It is. It's kind of nice. Early mornings are nice little chill.
They're so nice.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I'm probably taking mine off. She's all shimmy.
She's all shaking it.
So our group that meets regularly on Thursdays to knit. So it's the three of us, and then Ashley and Claudine, and now Kat, because Claudine made Kat one, has their own starting point wrap. Yeah, Claudine, so this took me a year and a half to do. Claudine did hers in 6 weeks. She even finished hers before.
She did like 72 in the time that Elisa took.
Before I finished mine. So she's like, wait, you're already done? Enid asked Claudine, she's like, shh, because I was like right there. She's like, didn't want to like make me sad.
That was her second one.
Yes, I know.
That was her second one. That was the one
her
for
sister.
Kat.
That was one for her sister.
And yeah, I was like, yours was finished? And she's like,
don't let Elisa know. It was really funny. So,
it was sweet because she didn't want to hurt your feet.
No knit
She
shaming.
didn't. Well, so Kat and Claudine's family lives out of town, their parents, and they'll be here for Thanksgiving. And so she wants us to bring our starting point wraps on one of the times when they're here because they stay for a long.
Mama can see 'em.
So her mom can see them because she was in town when we all cast it on and had high hopes and dreams that we would finish them in a timely manner. At least I did. And so she saw a lot of our colors and everything. So yeah, starting point. I'm just going to talk about it for every podcast because I'm so proud. I am so proud of this wrap.
Episode number 22. We're still talking about Elisa's starting point.
10 years later. 10 years later.
That little SpongeBob montage. 3 years later.
Okay, I'm totally sweating. Bye, starting point.
It's like a striptease. I just see it like falling down your shoulder.
Oh my gosh. This is what happens when we get back together.
I know. It feels good. So last week I was at a retreat. It was called Choose Your Own Adventure Retreat. And it was organized by Liz Gregorian, who is the president of the Dallas-Fort Worth Fiber Festival committee. So I got an invite to attend, and it was a lot of fun. I met a lot of women from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and it was absolutely fantastic. We were up in Temple, Texas, and it was great. We were out kind of like in the middle of nowhere. Like we had like got off paved road, like on gravel road for a distance, and then more gravel road. So we were out there. It was a lot of fun, and we've had a lot of storms coming through Texas, and I'm sure all over just because the time of year. And so it was kind of like a barn-shaped building, and there was bedrooms upstairs and then downstairs at one point, and then a big open like barn warehouse that was air conditioned, thankfully. But there was a tin roof, so when it would rain, it was magnificent. It was just so relaxing and really wonderful, and we got to just spend a lot of really good time. So if you follow me on Instagram, if you see my stories I had my stories that weekend. My friend Katie, actually, we took over each other's stories. So she was posting stuff about me, and I was posting stuff on her. Well, it automatically saves, like, I have my Instagram settings that my stories are like archived. So I might actually do a thing where it makes it a video. I have to play with it. Maybe put it as a thing.
That's not how you do it.
I haven't done it either. I'll play around with it and see how that works. So do a little save thing for those different things. But so yeah, lots of knitting time. I finished my 7th pair of socks with Nomadic Notions for the Harry Potter Socks for Dobby knit along for the 2nd year. So that has been like that's something I've been doing for the past 7 months, right? Because it's like I've been reading a book, knitting a pair of socks, knitting book 2, knitting a pair of socks. So book 7, lots of tears at the end because it's Harry Potter and I'm a nerd. And finished my socks, and I chose the Potions Master colorway just in honor of Severus Snape. But so when I was done, I felt kind of like...
Did you feel empty inside?
Yeah, I felt a little like, oh my gosh, I can cast on another pair of socks. Of course I can cast on another pair of socks. But it was like, I've been doing this knit along for 7 months. So it's just been like, it was just kind of like, that's it. It's done. So I have a bunch of stuff I want to cast on, as you see in front of me here. But we'll see what actually gets casted on, because actually this past week, all I knit on were coasters. I just got out. I was like organizing, and I found like 24 balls of cotton, like from Joann's cotton. Yeah, little Joann or Michael's cotton, whatever the brand is.
Have you used them?
No, because I just started finished knitting them, so I want to start.
I want you to use them on a glass of sweats, and then I want you to report back their absorbency.
So I'm trying to decide if I want to block them. Yeah, no.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't block them?
I wouldn't.
Because I kind of... So this is the Calla coaster.
Cuppish?
Yeah, they do. They're kind of cuppish.
Are they supposed to be?
So this is a size 8 needle. This is how... So the pattern calls for size 7, but I knit tight. So I said, well, let me just try an 8, see how it looks. So it's kind of big. This is the 7, and that's, I think, what I'm going to continue on. Last year in November... I thought, oh, it'd be nice to make coasters for my coworkers to give as gifts, and it was just too late.
I would not block it, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You can block it, but I think if you block it and you really pull this out, you're going to have this mountain in the middle.
Oh, and it'll just be like...
I think if you leave it unblocked, you've got enough ripples back here that it will even out.
As you put weight on it.
And it will absorb that as you put weight on it. But I think if you pull... those ripples out, then you're going to be left with this.
So I had gotten
like
this little
higher point in
little
the middle.
thing. Well, it's where it's like the hat. It's where it closes. Yeah. So I had one gifted to me from one of like a swap. It's a crochet little coffee cup, and it's really really cute. And so it's nice and even and stuff. Yeah, I have a mason jar, and it's made out of cotton. It's the same type of...
That's perfect for mason jar.
Yeah.
It's a perfect size.
So, I'm going to keep knitting them. They've been kind of my little sanity thing this week. I never actually cast it on a project. These are projects, but not a sweeping project.
That's okay.
So,
sometimes you need potato chip knitting.
Yeah.
You do.
And just something that's like...
instant gratification.
Yes, that's exactly. I needed something that I can see a result in really, really quickly. I think that's really what I needed this week.
That's important. I think that's where I'm at. I think that's why because I don't have anything that doesn't require me to do a lot of knitting. And so, like, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel on anything. And so I don't want to do it. Maybe I need to do something for instant gratification, and maybe that would get me back on track.
So that's what this has been. I thought it was going to be the adorable stars from the scintillation pattern.
So maybe that's what I need to do.
Can we talk about that for a minute?
So there's a lot of brain power involved with this.
Is it really?
I
love brain power.
You will probably be like... These may be coming out in 45-minute increments with you, Amanda. So you have to, because you're building it, and you start off with a couple of like your stitches, and you put.
Look at mine, so
hers is so pretty.
So cute.
So Katie, you're fine. Katie helped me a lot with this during the retreat, and it was like I finished one half, and my brain power could not handle. I'm like, I can't do the other half. So
I'm gonna go home and knit stars.
So. Scintillation, it's by Hunter Hammerson. They're absolutely adorable. So my next one I'm going to do is going to be the 150 yard instead of the 100 yard. This is the 100 yard ones. They're tiny babies, pretty
That's
babies.
That's 100 yards?
Not even 100 yards.
I was going to say that's like
not
10
even.
grams.
I thought it was 20 on each side.
Yeah, it was tiny. Okay, maybe not 100 yards. You're right. That doesn't sound right.
Maybe it's like 10 grams.
Or 1 gram. No, we weighed it out and it was 1 gram of yarn.
That's 1 gram of yarn, so that's
and then I still had extra.
And you have
40 some odd yards of
Is it
fingering
full?
weight.
Well, no, we just had scrap yarn because we're at a retreat. We were out in the wild.
Oh.
So we just had scrap yarn we were stuffing.
Half fluff will travel.
She's got fluff.
Yes.
And Katie was so upset because she's like, I have a whole bag of fluff at home and I didn't bring it. So we're like, well, we'll make it work out here in the wild.
Maybe that's what
I
think I'm gonna knit some stars, y'all. I'm
in the middle.
I have a lot of scraps.
This is this is the large.
Oh, that's
I
looking
like
really
that.
good.
That's a lot of needles.
So you're
Enid.
building. So I did mine magic loop. Enid looks like she's doing hers DPN style.
How
I don't know
many
what my
DPNs do you
DPNs
need for
needles
this?
are.
6?
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, and then the nitty 1, 5.
Oh, so it's just 5.
Wait. Can we count?
Okay.
You should have had 5.
1,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
2,
7.
3, 4. Oh, 5,
5.
5. Oh yeah, there's a star. You see the star?
Yeah.
She's got
So
a
you
star
need
in
6
there.
needles.
And then there's her 6th one over there. So it's my brain power. I just couldn't handle. I couldn't handle it. So I did one half one night, and then I built the other half the next night.
Oh, so cute.
So
I could totally do this.
yeah, you're gonna just love the maths.
My issue is starting the other half.
Flipping it here on the edge.
On
You
the
make
other
like a
half,
ridge?
this one has a hole in it. My star has a hole in it. But I'll just close it up.
Yeah, you can just close it up. These are really this is pretty scrap yarn.
This one doesn't
This is
have.
pretty scrap yarn.
It's. ¿Cómo se llama? I'm not good names today.
What?
Cloudy day, cloudy brain.
This is a.
We just had a trunk show here.
Oh, Becky,
Crafting My Chaos.
Becky Burns,
Crafting My Chaos.
Crafting My Chaos.
I got that at Yellow Rose.
Yellow Rose.
Pretty, pretty,
It's
pretty.
beautimous.
It's really pretty.
So, I think Amanda, this may be your instant gratification,
That may be it.
but you have more brain power than I do. So, this may be a good stimulation for me. Where for me it was like,
I don't know. Maybe I can rage knit them. Is rage knitting a thing? I have to know this, guys. I want to know if rage knitting. Like, I think I'm going to hold a rage knitting tournament. I don't know.
I think that's probably why I didn't
How do
knit
you
this
rage
week.
knit?
Like rage knitting. I don't know.
Fast and Furious.
And
Like,
really tight.
I would say I'm a rage cleaner.
just
If
super
I'm really,
aggressive.
really like angry about something, I feel the need to clean something.
I used to feel that way.
And I don't know,
Really?
like it's just like
I used to feel that way. And
I'm
I
like a
don't know what
rage
happened.
cleaner. Like I get really upset at something, anything. My children,
I'm gonna
whatever,
put
they're
this
driving me
on
crazy.
so I can have
Like
something.
I have to wash the dishes.
Estoy sudando.
I like how it matches your shirt.
It does.
I could definitely have a color theme in my life.
Rage cleaning.
Rage
Rage
cleaning.
cleaning.
So I was gifted a few skeins of this Felici yarn. I've never knit with it. It's really thin. I normally knit with a 2.75 millimeter needle for my socks, just because I'm a pretty tight knitter. But it seems like Amanda and I were just chatting about it that I'll probably, because it's really, really thin, I'll probably need to use a smaller needle. So I will be purchasing needles
Can I see it?
from
More
you.
smaller.
So smaller. She's thinking like a size 1.
I'm thinking like a 1. I think the problem, it's not. I mean, it's honestly not any thinner than like this.
It just doesn't feel
It's
sturdy.
not dense.
It's not dense. It doesn't feel sturdy.
See,
Oh,
look,
these are not
look, you
ones.
can pull. Look what happens.
Oh, it's springy.
It's springy, so it's not doesn't have a very tight twist to it. But if you're a tight knitter, you're gonna pull that right out. I feel like I missed something, guys. What did I miss?
These are Enid's
Oh,
progressives.
good God!
This is Enid's solution to progressive.
Y'all.
Is that really a
Spectacles.
solution?
This is her solution.
It seems like we need a solution to your problem.
This is how it works right now.
And Enid was never seen in public again.
It works. I
So
can.
she only has the progressive-y part, bifocaliness.
This is how I watch TV. This is how I knit right now. Listen, y'all. Oh, and These are my old glasses. These actually have the correction on
Oh
them.
my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So these have progressive on them, but your vision has changed so much.
It's not enough. It's not enough. I need more correction. I need to see big things. This is it.
I think you need like the 1980s
If I
big
do-
glasses, like from Golden Girls. Remember, and then it's like a little tinted.
Because this does not work by itself. This works great.
Oh my
You
god,
need
you're like
Sophia glasses.
You're a
But look, this is not. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't. So I need to take them when I go get my glasses down. I'm like, dude, can you put this on this?
This is what I need.
This is what I need.
This is it right here.
So, and you know what? I didn't even buy these. Somebody left them here in the shop.
You're like, this is the perfect, and it's probably all rubbed off that whatever the vision is on that one, or the whatever the number is. Well, does it have what the number is?
Oh,
Because they say like whatever, because they're like Walgreens glasses.
I need progressives.
They're
Tell
just
me
cheaters.
Yeah, they're just cheaters.
1.75.
We're not talking about needles. We're talking about vision.
Well, I had
The
to
glasses.
Okay, and these were. Oh, dang it. Excuse me.
Oh my god. I can't even look at you right now.
I can't stop looking at her.
Why can't they read? The glasses are dirty and they need to be cleaned.
I do too.
1.5.
So those needles are 1.5.
Yeah, these are 1.5.
Can I borrow them so I can try it with this Felici?
Let's try it out.
Yay!
I think you're gonna have to go smaller.
You think I'm gonna have to go
Yep.
smaller? So this is my conundrum.
Try it.
My niece is 4. I'm just gonna make big tubes and make them knee high so she can grow into them and just like. I figure that'd be
Tubes.
fun.
Yeah, tubes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tubes. So the only tube patterns I've seen or recipes have been toe up. I'm just gonna knit cuff down and just knit and then do a Kitchener and then close it.
It's a tube.
Right?
Do we need a pattern?
No? Okay, good. Well, I need her circumference, but I'm just gonna do 48 stitches. What? Why are you laughing?
She's like, it's a tube. We need a pattern. You can vanilla latte that tube.
You could.
I
You could fancy it up.
You can
That'd be
fancy
kinda
that
cool.
tube up.
Fancy it up. So I'm also in a Halloween mood.
Ooh, I like that.
I've had this yarn for like 3 years.
3 years.
It's been a while, maybe 2. It's from a rock and a tree yarn.
And it matches your ponytail.
I want to see those. That's what
Okay.
I want to hear what's going on.
So
with
there was
those.
a swag bag that we got.
What's this? Oh, this is
You're lending that to me,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I got a swag bag, y'all. It's huge. It's huge. It's a huge bag, and
I
it
like
says
it.
"Choose your own adventure." This one is mine. So there's pockets and there's lots of fun
Pockets
stuff.
everywhere. This
I know.
is awesome.
No.
So Liz did an awesome job. So in the bag there were coupons and little samples, and
Is that everything you got, or is this?
so this is one of the things that I got.
But have you already moved into that bag, or is that just stuff you got?
Oh, this is just mostly stuff from the retreat.
Okay.
So these are unicorn tails from Madeline Tosh. What are they called?
Unicorn tails.
Unicorn tails. And this color set way is called Fox, which is really kind of cool.
This would be cool to do a project with all
Something,
of that
yeah, that'd be really, really cool.
together somehow.
Something or another. So that was really cool stuff. Then we also got
Right?
some Woolmice.
Ooh, that's blue.
It's pretty.
It's like the deepest blue of
I
the
didn't even
blue.
see that on Wednesday.
Pretty.
Tuesday. I was in a coma Tuesday.
A coma.
So we got that.
Yeah, I
And
worked
then-
all day.
Cannon hand dyes.
Oh, nice.
So she does this Advent mystery knit along, and one of the girls that was at the retreat was wearing the shawl from this past knit along, and it was this like kind of rainbow with gray. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I wish she was like remaking the colors so I could make a shawl for myself because it's absolutely beautiful.
510 yards.
That's
Oh yeah,
a lot
they're
of sock.
crazy. They're crazy with their thing.
That's a lot of sock.
You're gonna make a sock with this?
It's Woolmice, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Make socks? It's 80-20.
Okay,
It's
are we
superwash
being?
merino.
We got 510 yards. Why would you make socks out of it?
I know, for a very long time, and maybe still, this is the friggin' holy grail of yarns.
What?
This was impossible to get over
Did
here
you know this?
stateside.
Yes.
for years.
Cool.
And I don't know. I see it more. The first Wollmeise I got, I bought off of their website. Mind you, it's in German.
Mm-hmm. So you're like, I hope I'm pressing the right buttons.
So I bought 2 that were like these weird different things or whatever, and they're color coordinating. And if you've gone through my Ravelry. Here we go again. And you see my doodler, my West Knits Mystery Knit Along. I used
a woman.
I used 2 of those. I used both of those in that thing. I hate this. I will tell you unabashedly.
¿Por qué?
I don't like it. I don't like it against my skin. It's like cotton. This feels like cotton.
It does feel like cotton.
It's 80-20. And
that's my opinion, and we're all different.
I
I do not want it on my skin.
So what do you say? And then
I think it's beautiful.
If you
I
speak
bought
German,
my
do you like
mom,
it? That's my German.
And I don't know what it is about that one. I bought one for my mom about a year ago at the retreat, a year or 2 ago. That's one of these like massive.
Even more than 500?
It's like 1,800 yards
or
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a weaver. And I think weaving it with something else will cut down on that. And the colors were like, it was this beautiful kind of grello kind of, stuff. And I bought it for her.
Beautiful.
The colors are super nice.
Yeah, I remember it used to be
like
crazy.
It on my skin.
Remember Kim and Jenna?
They
were like,
yes.
Kim Teasley especially. She stayed up all night waiting for that freaking
like a shop update.
Yes,
Oh,
and everybody's
yes.
like this with their finger.
You could get it. You could get it
like me and
stateside
Mustache.
at the Loopy U, and that was the only place for a long time you could buy it stateside. It was exclusive, mind you. This was 10, 11 years ago.
Wow.
The colors are beautiful.
But it does feel like
It feels like cotton on
first
my
thing I
skin,
thought of.
and I don't like
So would you not do it for socks
the
then?
way it feels. Like I wouldn't.
What would you
But
do
it's a
then?
personal preference. I don't know. Swatch it and wash
See
it,
how it
rinse
feels.
it, and see what you think.
Give it to
Well,
a weaver and have her make her a scarf for you or something.
Or
And
weave
you're right,
something.
I
I think it woven. I
Excuse
think
me
it has a
while I-
different feel and a
So you whip
different
this out?
hand. But if you're weaving it, you're also mixing it with something else.
Whipping it out.
But that's my opinion, and I know that is a incredibly unpopular opinion. And we just got 75 unsubscribes.
It'll be okay.
It's okay, guys.
It's okay. We all can agree to disagree.
Oh, because you said, oh no,
That I
she's
don't
not
like
a
it.
big. She's not a big fan.
okay. I mean, listen, we were talking about people, but sometimes not all the yarn is for you,
Not all the yarn
and you're
is
not
you.
for all the yarn.
That one is not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I really wish I liked it because the blue is like killer.
this is
I know.
gorgeous.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely
I
beautiful.
wonder, do they bleed?
Not that I know.
They don't
Well,
bleed.
she did it on a shawl and it would have bled
Was
all
it blue?
over.
What color was yours?
I had red,
You had red?
like deep
Oh.
red.
Oh,
No
and
bleed.
that would have bled
That
like
would have
crazy.
bled crazy.
No, I think it's beautifully
They-
dyed.
so they
It's
do a great
gorgeous, and her colors or something. It's like if you knit socks out of them, I guarantee you they will wear like iron. Like they
What?
will not get a hole in them. They
So
probably
maybe
won't
socks
feel.
is
Maybe the
They're
socks.
so it. I would swatch it and
You know
see
what I
what
would
it feels
make?
like
It's
on your skin.
That's 510 yards. Some
I got big calves, girl.
some
That'd be like crazy.
Do it.
lacy, beautiful, got a little ribbon on the top of it. Hello. Bow, 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 bow.
So,
That's pretty.
Stunning
pretend you didn't say
String
that.
Studio. So we got a
Moving along.
moving along. So we get a download code to get the pattern for this, along with this beautiful yarn called Fruit Punch and
Fruit punch.
beads, which I'm scared of.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared of beads.
It'll be okay.
Beads are awesome.
So that was something else we got. So this is like everybody got to choose a bag, and each like the wool mice each had different colors. The Singularity kit all had different colors. So it was kind of fun. And Liz is awesome because she's super laid
She's a
back,
lot
and
of fun.
it was a very small retreat. There was less than 30 of us, so it kind of was really nice. So she's like, if you don't like your color, go change it out. See if anybody else wants to change, and she was really chill about it. But I think the beauty of it is because it was such a small group, so it was really nice. Then some other fun stuff. What else? There's coupons and just little codes and stuff like that for like free shipping and other great stuff. that was on Friday night. And then on Saturday night, she said, no, this was the bags that we got on Thursday. And then on Friday night, we had, everybody got a door prize. So she would it was like kind of like random number generator. And she would just choose a name and they would get to go pick up a bag. And they were all the same, just the brown craft bag. And each one had green tissue paper. So there was nothing, like no way to like identify anything. And some people got a skein and a project bag. Somebody got 2 skeins. Somebody got like 3, you know, like a bunch of these. So everybody had like got something.
Tell them what you won.
So I was the third to the last to be chosen, and so there's 3 bags left, and I chose the bag in the back because it had the number 9 on it, which is my lucky number. And I was like, there's no yarn in this bag. This is a really light bag. And I was like, what's going on here? So I look inside, and there was an envelope. So I opened the envelope, and I found out that my prize was pre-registration to the DFW Fiber Fest in April 2019, plus 2 classes. So I'm really excited. As I've mentioned before in the in our podcast, I have never been able to go to DFW Fiberfest because of work. We have our pledge drive always that Monday starting into it, and we usually have like work activities that weekend leading in.
This is your year.
But I was texting my coworkers and friends, and they're like, we're going to make this happen. So my boss doesn't know yet, but we'll talk with him about it like next year. It's too far in advance for him. Like we need to just kind of time things out. Yeah. So our pledge drive will start on that Monday, but we're just planning on making sure everything's as set and ready to go as possible.
Speaking of Dallas DFW Fiberfest, guess who's going back again next year?
Yay! Amanda's going to be vending.
Vending next year.
So I've got this sweet bag. It's huge.
Oh,
that's awesome.
I came back with more bags.
If you haven't been and you haven't gone to the vendor hall or taken like classes or anything, they charge like $10 or $15, and if you're a student, I think you get the bag for free or something like that. They have the best bags.
Yeah,
their student bags are the best.
They're really, really awesome. So at the retreat, we had the option to take some classes, and the knitting fairy, Elisa Barton, was the instructor, and so one of them was a blocking class, and I have a new respect to steaming.
Yeah.
Blocking through steaming. I've only really just done where you soak it in water and put it out, but just watching, we're helping work on each other's projects and stuff that were finished, and we would pin them, and she brought her steamer, like she piled her steamer in her vehicle, like to like bring in, and just watching the fiber come to life.
Oh, yeah.
And the stitches like literally instantly in front of you as you put the steamer in.
But do you pin your pin later after you steam, or pin?
No,
nope, she pinned it out before. It was amazing.
It's kind of like wet blocking. If you've ever, not wet blocking, dry blocking, where you've pinned it out and then you spritz it and get it all to like lay out.
No, like there was some beautiful lace work, and you just saw like that just all of it just comes to life.
Do you have to repin?
No, you just pin it. It's just pinned that one time, and then it all opens up.
My imagination is like, okay, well, it all opens up, but then it's all pinned out.
No, because you've already got it stretched out.
Doesn't relax.
So it just kind of like relaxes and gets those.
And
you've
got the kinks out, and just
it's like this. I can pull this out and pin it, but if I did this and then steamed it, then all of this would just kind of relax and show that pattern.
It's really, really cool. And I think one of the big tips I got from that that she shared with the group was because I'm thinking, oh, okay, you wet it or you steam it or whatever, and she would steam it in the direction that the pattern was knit. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really, really cool, because I would have just been like, mowing the lawn or whatever, just back and forth, up and down. And she's like, no, and she would ask the person who like did the pattern, like who did the project, where did you start? What was the process? And a lot of them you can kind of tell, right?
So what did you block?
I didn't block any of my stuff. I didn't take any of my stuff to block. No, but other people had like 5 pieces. So. Oh, cool. And I wasn't sure. So, I mean, I have like 2 pieces I would have taken. So maybe there'll be another opportunity. Yeah. So, or I just do it on my own.
Invest in a steamer.
Yeah, so.
You can do it with your iron.
With the part of the iron?
With the steam part.
Mm-hmm. So that was one of them. And the other one was a fixing mistakes class. And that I just, my brain capacity just kind of.
You weren't into that?
I was into it, and then it was just like too much. And so I went upstairs and took a shower and took a nap. So a lot of it was also because I was learning brioche that week leading into it. Ooh, and of course, like the brioche was the last thing she taught. So I was like, I can't do this. I have a headache. I just want to shower. I just want to whatever. So, but we did like a moss stitch. So it was purl and knitting. So I also learned that you guys have taught me knitting up, fixing mistakes, but I learned to do the purling up, fixing mistakes. That was a lot of fun. I didn't know how to do that. And then we did a cabling, and then what was the other one? Cable, moss stitch, something else, and then the brioche. And my friend Katie said, fixing brioche is easier than actually knitting brioche. That was like our big takeaway. She's like, it was really easy to fix the brioche. I'm like, then it's easier than actually knitting it because it was like sliding back and then going around and blah, blah, blah,
that shit is easy to fix. Like if you're on the row or it's one row under you when it's 6 rows back.
No, that's when we learned to do that. Like
it's not that easy.
I don't know.
It's doable.
And with the cabling, you like
what?
With cable knitting, you cut it.
No.
I witnessed it. And then the next day, Katie did it herself. She did it by herself. It was pretty amazing. So, if you want to learn to do stuff like that, Elisa Barton, the knitting fairy, can walk you through it because she's flipping amazing.
Amanda and I are both like
she's
nope.
So, and she'll actually be one of the instructors at DFW Fiber Fest for this year. I think they just announced their instructors.
They did. They put all their teachers up, which they have an amazing lineup of teachers.
It's pretty awesome.
Who is it? They put all their nationally teachers like Franklin Habit and like
Stephanie McPhee.
You can take a Franklin Habit.
Yeah. Like all those guys, but then like the local Dallas people that teach classes are pretty freaking amazing, so don't discount them.
Yeah, I think that's a good...
They have some amazing teachers, and they have a lot of people that come like from the Dallas area and locally from Texas and kind of right around in our area. So
I think that's a really good tip. So if any of you Valley girls are watching from down in the Rio Grande Valley, I'll get to hang out with you guys during the festival. I've always missed it because I've always been working. So I can't wait to meet you in person, and I know what's in there. You can hold on to it. It's okay.
Just a little
sniff it for a little bit.
So
what's in this bag over here,
Amanda?
What's happening?
What's going on? What's all that?
What's all that?
I have not had a chance to open this. Okay. I got this like a week and a half ago, and I haven't had a chance to open it because I want to talk about, I don't know how many Saturdays there are, and I'm pretty sure my mom will let me know when she watches this podcast, like until Christmas.
Ooh, I don't know how many
because not tomorrow, it's Saturday. 2 days is October.
Today is a Saturday.
Today is a Saturday.
But Monday is the 1st of October.
Yes.
So we're getting down. Yeah, especially people that make gifts, guys. It's time to start, get up off your asses and
get your shit together. Coasters.
So I have not done any knitting. I'm gonna make them wait. I knit 2 rows before we started this podcast, and that's all the knitting I've done in 2 months.
She's like, look, I'm getting ready to do the first stitch that I've done in 2 months.
I did, and I knit 2 rows. So, but I'm not knitting anybody anything for Christmas. But I haven't been able to open this. Because my daughter gets all up in my business.
Just like we're about to.
I'm about to get, trampled over here. So.
I was trying to see who it was from.
I bought something that I'm going to make her for Christmas. And I haven't opened it because I didn't want her nosing around in it. Because I want to, get the whole thing out and look at it.
Molly,
and
please
do the thing.
Fast forward this part if you're watching the podcast.
She doesn't watch anymore.
She doesn't?
She's bored. We're boring.
She's like, oh my god, boring. We're not boring. We're just
we can't appeal to a 9-year-old.
So I pre-ordered this forever ago, and anybody that knows my child, she's awesome and amazing and so incredibly geeky, and I'll tell you all about that in a minute. But I found this. It's a Minecraft panel.
Look at that.
It's a full yard Minecraft panel.
It's amazing.
Full yard Minecraft panel.
So I'm gonna make her a blanket. Out of this.
Oh my goodness.
And quilt. I mean, I don't have to piece it. It's already. And this is will be the back and the border for it. is this like sword tool fabric here.
That's in a beehive pattern.
Are you gonna top stitch that?
Huh?
Are you gonna top stitch?
I'm gonna quilt it or sandwich it and top stitch it and do all that. And it's just not like a ton of work, but I didn't want her to see it, so I brought it here to like
that is
open
unbox.
it. So cute. This was a great unboxing.
So now I need to find something for my son too, because I'm gonna make him a blanket too.
What's
like
he into?
Dinosaurs or dino. I don't know if y'all have seen this Dino Trucks on Netflix. If you have
No.
small children, especially boys, oh my god,
They're dinosaur
freaking
trucks?
They're like dinosaur construction equipment.
Ooh, that's cool.
And it's called Dino Trucks. It's on It's a Netflix show. It's like Pixar. I think it's Pixar.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know.
Your boys are not too old for
They're
that.
too old for that.
It's kind of a neat show.
Don't be sad.
Those little ones into Fortnite.
There's a lot of Fortnite that's played at our house too. So I took her. She was gifted a box of Magic the Gathering cards from my brother-in-law, like a 1,000 card box, right?
Oh, wow.
And she's like, "Oh, thanks. That's really cool."
What is it?
And he's trying to explain to her a little bit about it. And so I had a friend at work tell me, well, we live in a big city, fortunately, so we have a lot of like comic book / gaming shops here in town, and some really good ones. Told me that the shop that's right by where I work on Thursday nights has a like learn how to play Magic like
So cool.
thing. There's a lady there that she'll show you. She'll sit down and play with you, and they give you like these starter packs that has like everything you need, because it can get way more complicated than just playing the game. You can like build decks and stuff. So I took her Thursday. I skipped knitting on Thursday, and I took her to this like comic book shop, and we played. And it was really fun. Of course, we were like,
Is it like
the only two females in the room.
Is it like, it's not like D&D, is it?
It's kind of like D&D, but with
Are these
cards.
Can these
There's
games
not
go
a
on
story.
for forever?
No, they're pretty terminal.
Oh,
It's kind of like D&D has like, you know, the stories behind it, and they go on an adventure, and they have on. This is not.
it's not like that.
No. What kind of like?
But it's more magical.
It's creatures and, you know, stuff like that. The artwork on the cards is really quite impressive. They have some beautiful artwork on the cards.
Oh, cool.
Like,
Almost said it
I don't know,
backwards.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Hearthstone, if anybody's played Hearthstone. It's kind of like that.
Magic's been around for a long time, though. Because
It's been around for a very long
I mean,
time.
I graduated high school in '92, and I remember people who were playing
Who
it.
played that?
Who played
Yeah.
it back then. So, and I don't even know how long. And they had older siblings, so maybe they got it from them, type thing. So I don't know how long that game's
it's been around a very, very long. I remember people in high school, I think, playing it. But yeah, so we went to that. We spent about an hour and a half there.
That's a good
Played our
amount of time.
game, learned our stuff. Went home, played again last night, and she absolutely destroyed me. Just destroyed me.
I love it.
And it just, it's crazy. But she just, I don't know, like, I just love that she's into this.
Is it
like, little
better-
quirky things?
So it's good for 2 people, but is it better with more people, or is it just as fun?
I don't know. We had a good time. We played 3. I think the rules are kind of like a little bit different if you play
With more people?
2 people versus like more people, like a group.
Oh.
That kind of makes sense.
But again, I'm still just like trying to figure out how to.
So
Like,
my
she
question
clearly
is
understands.
there
so
room
much.
for us to knit so we can still hang out with you on a Thursday if you want to take Molly?
You can play
It's
with
a big room. So the way this particular
Right,
shop
there's a
is,
big room.
it's this big room and it's just tables. I've passed by there before.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen it. And then like right adjacent to it, because there's a door that kind of like lets you through, there's like the actual like comic book shop that has a bunch of
here's
stuff.
my conundrum with like. So my daughter moved up levels in her gymnastics class, which is really great.
That's great.
She's moving to a higher level. Super proud of her. But her new class is on Thursday nights at 5:45.
Oh, that's That's why.
So that starts next week. So I don't know if I'm going to shift my knitting to Tuesday nights. Or if it's going to be a combination of both whenever I can work. I mean, I can still come to Thursday night knitting. It would just be like later. So I don't know. We're going to have to see how this works out in another like 2 weeks.
We can always move where we meet so that we're closer.
We're closer to her class. We have a Thursday night group and we're pretty mobile. One of the things we try and do though is try not to choose restaurants that have service, like table service, so we're not holding up someone, wait staff's tips for that night, because we sit there for 3-4 hours. We have a good time. Okay. It's a lot of fun.
So I don't know what's happening.
It'll work out. It will work out.
It'll work out. I mean, you have Sal with his swimming. She has to leave early.
Yep. So however it works out, it works out. Kid news in 6 weeks.
Oh wow!
5 weeks? 6 weeks?
Yeah. Where it's not in
Kerrville. Kerrville this year, everybody. Not Bernie. Kerrville.
So this is the time of year where everything just flies by really quick.
Oh
October, November, December. It just.
I really.
My friend sent me a text earlier, and it was like happy Hallow Thanksmas type. It was just really, really funny. Like, but it's true. This is just like
there's so much like jam packed in the fall. I feel like that I really dread like October 1st. I do. I don't know why. And then the time will change, and so we will get up in the dark, and we will go home in the dark, and never see the sun until like April, May.
We don't have it that bad here in San Antonio. I lived in Boston, and that's where it's bad. It's bad up there. It's bad. Where it's just like, even like the sun is this weak, like, oh, it's so sad. This weak orb that you don't even get to see.
A weak orb?
Yeah. Like the sun is behind all those clouds.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like dark by 4.
Snowy white.
No. So.
No snow? You like snow?
So, oh no, I love snow. I love snow. So I'll be traveling with a group of friends on Saturday for the yarn crawl. We'll be leaving San Antonio at about 8 in the morning. We're going to make our way to Seguin, Texas, which is east of here, then make our way up to a bunch of the small towns. So we'll be going to New Braunfels, Dripping Springs. We'll have lunch. We'll go to Marble Falls, then make our way into Austin and hit some more shops there. Stay the night in North Austin, and then go east to some shops and the meadery. So we're gonna like really do a compact, exciting tour of the crawl.
Oh my goodness!
So the idea is all the San Antonio and the Kerrville shop, the one that's up west, we do on our own, but all the other ones we do together. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. It's a bigger group this year, and it's great because our friend's husband is the driver, so we all get to knit.
Shout out Caleb.
Hey,
Yay.
Caleb. We're
so
in your
really
living
excited.
room again.
Really excited. Should be a lot of fun. So I'll be having a lot of knitting time because I'll be in a 15-passenger van for like all day Saturday and all day Sunday.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
So I got these already. They're all
caked up.
I have 3 of these, and this is what is it called? Foreplay?
Oh, that's Brooks Farm. I was about to ask you if that was Brooks Farm.
Yeah, Brooks Farm yarn, Lancaster, Texas, and this is the Foreplay, and I have 3 skeins of 270 yards.
Is Foreplay going to be at Kinyu?
Are they still vending?
They still around?
I haven't seen them in like 5 years.
They haven't been vending in a while. I haven't seen them.
I don't know if they're still around or what.
They were there at Kinyu when we went.
Nope. Not last year.
They haven't. No, they weren't there.
Not last year.
Nope.
Not last year.
Or the year before that.
Are you sure?
Yeah. She's a vendor.
I'm absolutely positive.
They're always in that one place.
Nope.
So I started the clapotis shawl, but then I like ripped it out because I couldn't remember where I was. So I'm going to use this to, because I want to be like my friends, because everyone seems to have a clapotis shawl. Oh, do you have one? You probably. Nope. She doesn't. She does.
I have a clapotis, but I don't think
Jody has clapotis.
It's not Foreplay. What is it? Duo something.
And Jody has one, and Claudine, does she have one?
Probably.
Somebody else has
Claudine
one.
I think Claudine's probably knit 15 of them.
Yeah.
Like in 30 minutes each, in increments.
That was the Starting Point shawl of 2008.
Pre-South.
Ooh,
7?
During the aughts.
8?
So that's before I started knitting.
Yeah.
But we had gone to, so I think it was Elias' sophomore year. So this was like,
I was pregnant with Sal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
well, that was 11 years ago.
Yeah. That sounds
So,
about right.
or 12 years ago if you were pregnant with him.
Yeah.
We'd gone to a football game, me and Enid, for her son, to watch the band because that's what we do. And she had this amazing shawl that she put on, and I'm like, what is this? And it was all warm and snug because it was like really cold, like 50 degrees here in San Antonio. And it was windy because we're on the bleachers. And I was like, this is amazing. So that fall in November, we were at Kid and You, and I bought these 3 skeins. So I've had these since Elias was probably a sophomore or a freshman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't knit them. I don't know why I've been scared of the clapetine.
Oh, girl, you're going to love it.
So, and then...
The fun part is the dropping.
Yes.
That's the only thing that makes you want to
God,
knit.
what's this?
The rest of it.
It's all crazy.
Is when you can drop it.
So,
I'm not looking.
I'm making a mess, as usual.
I'm not looking.
But I wanted to make it big. I didn't want to do it because the pattern has it like super cute and dainty, and I'm not super cute or dainty.
You're
So,
super cute.
why, thank you, but... So I need a massive shawl, and I wanted a big just hug of yarn. So that's why I bought the 3 skeins. And it's 50-50, so it is merino wool and silk.
Do you remember the Lady Eleanor shawl?
I did that, and I gave it to my grandmother. I did that sucker out of Noro.
I made that one out of foreplay for my friend, and
So yeah,
that was
wool and
amazing.
silk is like really luxurious.
I was out of one color, and so I had to use a different colorway. You can see it, and it drove me crazy.
So the finished measurements are at 21 inches width and 55 inches length. So I've been going through like the notes that people do like with the projects because I want to make it bigger. And, yeah, to make it bigger. I think I'm going to go up 1 needle size as well. It calls for size 8s. So I think what I have in here, would you like to look with your anteojos? Abuelita?
Do you need help?
Maybe.
All right.
I have to take off my glasses even though I have progressives.
They're upside down. Size 10, 6 millimeter.
Oh, so I went 2 sizes up. What do y'all think? Should I stick to 9s?
Girl.
Y'all know how tight I knit.
What is this?
Yes, but you 10s.
Am I crazy? They call for 8s.
I'm like, girl.
What are you saying?
I just don't want you to run out of yarn because if they're not dying anymore, what's going to happen?
They are not dying anymore, I believe. I'm gonna.
So should I do 9s or should I just stick to 8s? I feel like the 8s are gonna be too little.
Go to 9. Just go 1.
Did you swatch?
Did.
You.
Swatch.
So what I think I'm going to do with the clapetty shawl is give it a swatch. So should I do it in pattern, guys, or should I just do
No, just
this knit pearl?
Just
what is that
do
one
like
called?
a stockinette.
Is that knit 1 row, pearl 1 row?
Right.
Pearl 1 row. Okay.
What's the gauge? Oh, 19 stitches, 25 rows.
Gauge is 19 stitches, 25 rows.
Stockinette.
In stockinette. Okay. I will be swatching in size 9s. Dun, 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 dun. So I want to get this started before the trip starts, so at least I'm kind of like in the groove for it before I'm in the car.
They still sell yarn.
They just don't do shows.
They don't do shows, and they don't have a whole lot of yarn on here.
Do they have the 15 4P CO17? I'm just joking.
I'm gonna go with no.
The answer is no. But no, I think with 3 I'll have plenty. So, and the other thing I want to do, I did the Seawall Fibers shawl about 2 years ago. It's by Webster Street Knittery is the one. Jennifer is the one who designed it. And one of my best friends, Mary, is a non-knitter. She's a muggle, knitting muggle. But she is so awesome because if we go hang out for a happy hour, she's totally cool with me knitting socks at the bars. She's not embarrassed or like, what are you doing? So I want to knit her a shawl because she's always cold at work. And so I'm going to do the Seawall Fibers pattern. And I got this and this color here at the Yarn Barn, and this is made with
That's pretty.
brush tail possum.
Shut up! It's possum.
Mm-hmm. But it's possum from New Zealand, so it's like not a scary possum.
There's a possum in our backyard somewhere.
And then this is Veil from Mountaintop with Classic Elite Yarns, and it's delicious.
Not the same possum.
No, it's the same possum.
Baby alpaca and bamboo viscose, so it's gorgeous. It's a naturally undyed fiber. So
Awesome possum.
Just gonna smell for a second. Sorry.
You gonna smell it for a minute?
Yarn sniffer.
I'm a yarn sniffer. And then this gold is something I bought probably at a yarn crawl.
It's Mad Tosh.
Yes. Oh, at Lucky You. I bought this at Lucky You. It's a gorgeous color, so I think this will be great for Mary. So I kind of want to cast on these. So, and I've done this pattern before, so that should be fun. And I'm definitely doing a size larger on the needles because I felt like the shawl that I got made for myself wasn't. I wanted it more, I guess, just bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger is better.
So these will be hopefully my patterns. So if Sally, I don't know if you're watching Wool Diaries.
Hello, Sally.
It'd be awesome if you were, but I don't know. I'm only taking 2 projects with me instead of like 20 million. But last year during the yarn crawl while I was driving, I only worked on one project and I finished it.
You were driving and knitting?
No. Caleb is the driver.
Okay.
Caleb's our driver, so we get to knit. We all get to knit. It's awesome. So,
yeah, I heard that.
I forgot to send my son some money. We may have to break for a minute, and I have to send him some money.
We could probably wrap up.
We should probably wrap up.
I think we've been like an hour.
Poor thing. That game probably already started. What time is it?
6:35.
Oh, sorry, babe.
We gotta go give money
To Enid's
It
son.
won't
Enid's
take
son.
long, but
so we're gonna wrap
I think
up.
we're at a good stop.
I think so too.
okay. Well, thanks for watching. If you like our show, please subscribe or share.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Happy trails to you. I'm gonna finish this last stitch.
I can't believe you've been knitting on this star while we've been talking.
I've been mesmerized.
It's a really cool pattern.
Well,
Can we talk about how beautiful, like, her pictures are?
Hunter
Like her
Hammerstone's
patterns?
photos
Oh, yeah,
are
they're
Oh my
gorgeous.
God, her pictures are just